Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of Bloodshots, the podcast about movies and TV shows. As you'll notice, we're in a new studio. We got a new set. Big things are happening. We got some stuff to talk about. A little bit of news, our box office, and a couple of movies. To my right, Wes Baumgardner.
Hello.
To my left, Aaron Schmidt.
Hello.
I am your host, James, and as always, if you like what you see, you can go to Patreon, help support the show. You can also go to YouTube and Twitter and like and subscribe. You can catch us on Instagram as well. And also, if you want to do some cool things with comments, what do we do? Aaron?
Comment below and we'll read it on the show.
Speaking of that, do we have any comments?
Let's see.
Kick it off with some comments.
The Great Pirate Morgan said... he quoted something we said about the Strangers on our Strangers Pray at Night review, episode 89. He just quoted something we said and said it was very funny.
Oh, okay. Cool. We like funny.
And your mother said, just want to say thank you for doing these podcasts. Informative, funny, and gives me the chance to see my son and hear him. Gives me something to look forward to. When I win the Mega tonight, I will set you guys up in the studio with all the equipment you need. James knows eventually I do win. Keep up the good.
So she's won the Play 4 lottery maybe 3 times, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's not the same odds as $1.6 billion. But if you win, awesome. That would be great. We'll be broadcasting from a mansion.
Well, that was commented 4 days ago, and she said when she wins tonight.
Right.
So we probably should have heard about that by now. Unless she just ditched us.
Yeah, it should be. Should have already drawn. Right? It draws at 11 p.m. or something, East Coast time. So it should already
4 days ago. So.
No. Tonight was the.
Well, she said when I win the Mega tonight.
Oh yeah,
4
the last
days
one.
ago.
Yeah. That nobody won, and now it's 1.6. Well, sir, how's our box office looking?
Full of boxes.
Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes full of ticky tacky.
The fuck?
Weeds, man.
Yep.
Nada.
You never watched Weeds?
No.
Really? It's a good show. Kevin, what's his name from SNL?
No. Oh.
The guy who's super funny. He plays the mayor.
Yeah. Fuck. Nealon.
Yeah, Kevin Nealon. Ah, so funny, man. So funny. All right, what do we got?
Number 1.
The Nun.
Halloween.
Really?
Has grossed $81 million.
Wow.
Number 2, A Star is Born, $128 million.
I wish the star would dwindle.
Number 3, Venom, $172 million.
Nice.
That's a lot of money.
You said the budget was 80 or 100?
80
million?
90.
90 million.
Almost doubled.
Congrats to Tom Hardy for doubling that budge.
Mm-hmm. With a very subpar movie.
Yeah.
But he was great in it.
Number 4, First Man has made $30 million, which is probably way under budget. Number 5, The Hate You Give has grossed $11 million. That probably cost $1 million to make, so that's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Number 6 has made $6. Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween has made $29 million. Number 7, Bad Times at the El Royale, $14 million. Smallfoot is number 8 at $67 million. Number 9, Night School is still on here with, what's his name, Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
$67 million. And this is a new one. The Old Man and the Gun rounds it out at number 10 with $4.5 million.
First Man's budget was $60 million.
Yeah, kind of figured
60 million?
Yeah.
They didn't actually go to the moon again, right? No. God. Wow.
Wonder how much that was Ryan Gosling's
60
paycheck.
million would like barely get a rocket onto the launch pad.
Elon would do it.
Elon does it.
Yeah. That would be funny if they made First Man and it was all the same footage of when they walked on the moon, like the actual footage, and then everybody starts the conspiracy again. It's like, that looks just like the same.
I'm sure they end the movie with some of the footage and stuff.
That would be awesome. All right, do we have any news? I know, Wes, you wanted it. You mentioned Wonder Woman got delayed.
Wonder Woman got delayed till 2020. And then,
Are we surprised though, the way things have been going for DC?
No. And
Do you think it's a negative thing? Do you think it's a negative reason why they got delayed? Like,
no,
because there's all of this drama resurfacing again about Henry Cavill. Is he not going to play Superman? Is Ben Affleck not going to be Batman? This Joker movie that's going to decide who's the next Batman. All this crap going around.
I don't think it's a bad one. I look at it like game delays.
Mm-hmm.
If they fix it and make something better with it or reshoot in this case, I'll be fine with it. But if they're delaying it because of bullshit reasons, like contract disputes or...
And it's Wonder Woman 1984.
Correct.
Right? Who's the villain? Any idea?
Cheetah.
Oh, really?
Played by Kristen Wiig.
What? What?
How did you not know that?
Why? I can't. Oh, okay, sure.
Man, you don't pay attention sometimes.
I don't.
And then other news...
I never really looked into that movie, I guess.
To be fair, when I first saw Kristen Wiig was playing Cheetah, I had the same reaction, like, what?
Why?
I mean, it could have been worse.
You don't need someone to make Gal look better. She already is amazing. You could get another really hot person who's done action movies before.
I don't get it. What are you
She's
saying?
never done an action movie or anything.
Who?
Kristen Wiig.
Sure.
So that's
What's
kind
the
of
point?
weird. I feel like that's bad casting. Maybe she'll be good. Who knows?
I mean, when people found out Gal Gadot was going to be Wonder Woman, everyone was very apprehensive.
Why? She looks like an Amazon.
But what did she
No,
do?
everyone was very upset when she got cast as Wonder Woman because she's too slender and she's not ripped. She doesn't look like an Amazon. She looks
She's as
tall
tall as
and-
an Amazon.
But that's
she
it.
looks
She doesn't
tall,
look
but
like...
she's not like ripped or everyone was very upset because she didn't look like an Amazon.
They love her now.
And I always go back to everyone being mad that Heath Ledger got cast as Joker.
Yep.
You never know.
People try countering when I say that Jared Leto was a bad Joker. It's like, well, everyone thought Heath Ledger was going to be bad. Yeah,
Yeah, but he turned out to be good.
And my thing is until you my counter
Whose argument is that? Todd's?
No, no, it was my old roommate's buddy.
Wow. I hope
Yeah.
he doesn't watch the show.
No, but it was always until like the first time you saw a picture of Heath Ledger as the Joker, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So first time you see Jared Leto as the Joker, is like, oh,
Vomit.
that's shit.
Well, I had the Heath Ledger reaction to Joaquin Phoenix as well. I was like, all right. But yeah, the first time you saw Suicide Squad, you're like, why does he have a grill? Why does he have
Tattoos
damage
everywhere.
tattooed across his forehead?
Which I would almost be okay with the tattoos if they weren't basically spelling out Joker's personality on them.
Like, wow. Okay, never mind. Let's not get caught up with
Yeah.
that. Pirates of the Caribbean is getting a reboot. Bohemian Rhapsody is getting mixed reviews, but critics are praising Rami Malek's performance.
Oh, that's good.
And Pixar's co-founder is retiring, and some sound editor died, and
Luke Cage got canceled.
Luke Cage got canceled. Whoop-de fucking do.
I think it's the best marketing thing ever. Thanos snapped. Half of Marvel's shows go away. Hey, if it comes back when the movie comes out, then
Wes saw a meme on the internet. Just kidding.
dick.
Don't worry, Wes. The community will come to your aid like every show this happens. Don't pick on him. He's a little guy.
I did think that was funny.
What's that?
And it matches out. It matches out the whole Thanos thing.
Yep.
It was funny. Is it marketing though? Maybe. Are they terrible shows? Yes.
Luke Cage was pretty good.
No. Everyone hated it when it came out. I'll go and show you the fucking videos. Everyone hated it. Everyone kind of okay. Daredevil came out. Everyone loved it.
Yep.
Okay. Fucking Jessica Jones comes out. Everyone is lukewarm about it.
Yep.
They don't know how to feel
Except
about
for David Tennant. They love him.
it. Right. Luke Cage comes out. Everyone hates it. Iron Fist comes out. Everyone hates it.
And starts liking Luke Cage more.
Exactly. Everyone has revisionist history about this bullshit. And no, they were both terrible. They both got canceled.
What I want to know is how the fuck is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. still on the TV?
Is it?
Prime time.
They have new episodes?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Disney, USA or ABC just keep throwing money.
Yeah,
at
it seems like a USA show, though. That is the most telling fucking thing about that show, is it seems like it should be on the USA Network.
Yep.
God
Or
damn
the
it.
CW.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's not CW bad.
Oh, God, man.
It's like Psych or Monk or these USA shows. Yeah.
At least we get to see Phil Coulson again in Captain Marvel and not like in shitty Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Phil Coulson's best role was on The New Adventures of Old Christine, the sitcom with Julia Louis-Dreyfus
Oh.
as the the ex-husband.
You don't like Agent Phil and Thor and everything?
Not at all.
Why?
It's the same. It's the same thing of like.
He was a cool guy.
He wasn't. He was just a guy in a suit.
Yeah, but he loved the Avengers so much. He had like a Captain America card with him.
No. He was just a cool guy in a suit that you saw in multiple movies. That's why he was cool. When we were setting up the Avengers, you were like, "Oh my god, it's all connected because of that guy. That guy's badass." And it's like he's in a couple scenes and he's just in a suit. That's just it's the same thing with fucking Boba Fett. Okay, dude does nothing in the movie. Everyone's like, "Oh, that guy's fucking badass."
Cult
It's
hero.
Like, what the fuck? He's cool. Yeah, yes, Boba Fett is cool, but he does shit in the movies.
Yeah.
There's no reason to think he's cool.
Wait, it's
the
5 lines and one of them's a
It's
Wilhelm
the same thing
scream?
with this fucking Phil Coulson guy. It's just that he's like the connection. Therefore, his cool rank is, and it's like, okay, whatever. Give him a show.
You're passionate about this.
It's just annoying.
I like Phil.
I know, but you don't know why you like Phil. That's the problem. And I just broke it down, and everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, I still like him though." It's cool. Everyone can live their lives. We got shit to talk about, man. I watched fucking Making a Murderer. I watched some of Haunting of Hill House. I watched
Where do you want to go?
It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny.
South Park.
I watched South Park.
You finished Big Mouth already.
Finished. Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
that already.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Yeah, I think we did.
I watched the first 3 episodes. They're really funny. Really, really funny so
Great
far.
show. Great show.
So, where do you want to start, man?
I'll start with Making a Murderer.
Okay.
So season 2.
Let's back it up a little bit.
All right.
Part 1.
Part 1.
First episode. Okay, this little hillbilly from Wisconsin raped this girl. Okay, he's in jail.
Allegedly.
18 years. 18 years. Claims he didn't do it. 18 years later, get a pube. Hey, that's not his. He's out of prison. And you're like, wow, episode 1. This is crazy. What could the rest of the show be about? I don't know. Episode 2. Okay. Oh, this Teresa Halbach has gone missing. Where was she last seen? Stephen Avery's house. Oh shit, did he do it? I don't know. He seems pretty nice. Okay, he just got out of prison. He didn't do it. There's no way he did do it. And then his cousin comes up and he's like, yeah, man, we totally did it. And then you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And then you see the cops and they're like forcing him to say shit. And you're like, wow, he didn't do it. Okay. And then we found Teresa Halbach's car. Okay, where'd you find it? On Stephen Avery's auto salvage lot. And you're like, he did do it. Oh my God. Okay, so the whole season of 1 is he did, he didn't. He did, he didn't. He did, he didn't. And it's got this amazing like episodes end in cliffhangers. I gotta watch the next fucking episode. There's no way. We got this new evidence. The blood was planted. No, it wasn't. Oh, yes, it was. We found the blood vial. And guess what? There's a needle pin in the top of it. And you're like, oh my God, what the fuck? They planted the... Okay. Part 2 is the most boring piece of shit
I was going to say, not as intense.
Oh my God.
This is all the lawyers and paperwork side,
How
isn't it?
excited I was for this show.
Did you watch it all the way through?
All the way through.
Wow.
And every minute I was like, the next episode will be better. I'm just going to stick it through. Didn't get any better. The last shot is like the same pace as the entire. It doesn't end on something like boom, 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 or like he gets out or he doesn't get out or what. It's just like, and then he's still in prison. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And credits. And you're like, wait, what? That was the whole fucking, okay, I guess. All right. It was so boring. they have so much filler because people wanted the rest of the story. People they want Steven to get out. People who like the show, they want Steven to get out. They want someone to retry the case, which means they want Making a Murderer season 2. So Netflix goes to these people, and I'm speculating here. Netflix goes to the people, and they're like, "You got to fucking make season 2. You got to do it. It's so popular, right? Making a Murderer blew the fuck up.
It did.
Everyone was watching that shit. So they're like, boom, make a second one. And they're like, okay, there's only like this much stuff we can talk about, so let's span it over 10 hour long episodes. And some of these episodes are like Steven on the phone, okay? Steven on the phone from jail, and they're just panning across the prison, and he's like, yeah, I've been in here for 20 years, and I'm gonna get out pretty soon here, but just got a new lawyer, and she's really doing a good job, and I'll get out. I got a new girlfriend, and she writes me all the time, and it's really, really cool. And they do that all the time.
What the
It's
fuck?
like, I know you want to get out. I know. You're just looking at the screen, and you're like, why are you doing this? Because they have nothing else to show. There's just not enough content. Okay, so the episodes are broken up between his mom and his dad struggling to live because they're like 90, and they're super old, and they're like, yeah, I really miss Steven. I'm going to go drive and see him. Okay. And then it goes to Brendan Dassey's parents, who are like, oh, Brendan's going to call us. Let's record the phone call, and we'll talk to him. And he's like, oh, I really miss you. I really miss you too. Over and over, every episode, over and over. It's like,
wow.
I know they miss each other. I know. Let's show the stuff that's like getting them out. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then we get like 25 minutes of every episode that is Steven's new lawyer, who is this fucking badass bitch who is like recreating everything. She buys another she buys a same model RAV4, same year, everything, same vehicle that Teresa Halbach had, gets the same key, makes like this little mannequin body, puts a bunch of fake blood on it, and recreates how they would have how they think they threw her in the back seat or whatever, and like all the blood spatter's wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay, boom, nailed that. Why is there blood here? Why is there blood there? Why is the key? Why is there DNA under the hood latch? And she just tests all this stuff, and it's like, all that shit is not true. All that shit's fake. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, that was interesting. And then next episode, and it's like, more, we called Brendan. We're going to go visit Steven. We're old, and we're having trouble living. Steven's talking on the phone about how he wants to get out of prison, and his lawyer's doing a really good job. And then a little bit of like, we went to go talk to this guy, and then he said he didn't want to talk to us. Next episode. It's like, okay, eventually it's going to get... It just doesn't. It's so boring, dude. It's so boring.
It's so sad.
They just fucking forced this thing out because it's so popular, but I've never been more bored.
Would it have been better as like an hour and a half just special movie?
Yeah. They could fit all the interesting stuff into like a 2-hour special.
Yeah, you fit the interesting stuff. Fit all the interesting stuff. Fit in like one call with Steven in prison, one visit with Brendan.
It's so dumb.
That's
and the frustrating, so you've got the interesting stuff with Steven, the boring stuff with the rest of his family, and then the frustrating stuff with Brendan, because his lawyers are like, okay, we have to go to this court system. We're going to appeal this thing. We're going to force them. We're going to make them believe that the confession was forced. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, it was. You're right. Okay. And then the state's like, oh, no, you can't do that. We want him to stay in prison. And they're like, okay. And then it's like, okay, well, then what we just did was worth nothing. And they're like, okay, so now we're going to go to the next court above those people, and we're going to do the same thing. And then it fails. And then they go to the next thing, and then it fails. And then, like, probably like 3 or 4 times, they're like, Brendan's getting out. He's coming out today. And then the state appeals, and it's like, nope, he's not coming out. Never mind. And it's like, this is so frustrating. This is the most frustrating. It's just who can file the more paperwork. Who can file the most paperwork? It just doesn't matter.
And you said Brendan is only in jail because of what?
Because of the confession that they forced
confession.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they went to this...
That's blatantly, obviously forced.
It's crazy. I don't understand how people can watch it and be like, that's appropriate cop behavior. But the thing is like these guys on the... So a lot of the female judges in this like 7th court appeal or whatever, it's like 7 judges And at first you get 3 of the 7, and then they vote, right? You get half an hour from the state and a half hour from you, the defendant, and then the 3 judges make a ruling. And then, so that happened, and Brendan won. And then the state is like, you didn't, we're going to appeal that. And so they appeal that. And then they're like,
Jesus.
okay, now we're going to get all 7 to look at it. And so they get all 7. Okay. And when it was 3, the 2 ladies voted in favor of Brendan, and the 1 guy said, no, the cops were right. And then they go up into this, all 7 people, and like three women were the people that said, yes, Brendan was coerced. And then 3 dudes and another woman said that the state was correct and they did nothing wrong. And it's like, damn, dude,
Wow.
that's crazy. I can't watch that and be like, that's appropriate. They're literally just like, we know what happened. Tell us what happened. And he's like, I have no idea what happened. I'm 16. I have an 80 IQ. I don't know. And he's like, just tell us. And there's like, they skate this line of like promises and stuff. And so that's one of the big arguments is like they gave him false security or false promises, and then the people who are for the state are like, no, he didn't. They never explicitly said anything. And it's like, yeah, but they fucking made this impressionable 16-year-old kid think that something positive.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's so stupid. It's really frustrating. So there's that frustrating, boring, and then kind of interesting, and the interesting stuff adds up to about 2 hours.
Wow.
Of 10 hours. And it is. She points the finger at people, like I was telling you, she points the finger at that guy, the boyfriend that has, or the Brendan's older brother that has pictures of like mutilated women that look like fucking Teresa Halbach on his computer, like thousands of images. It's like, why didn't you fucking look at that guy? It's so weird, dude. It's so weird. It's very frustrating.
Wow.
Yeah. But at the end of it, they're still in prison.
Season 3.
I know, right? Like, probably. I have not been more bored. I've never been more excited to watch something and then come out of it like so disappointed.
This isn't like disappointed that it was bad. This was literally disappointment. Like, God, this is the most boring thing I've watched.
I can't believe how much filler there is. They're just holding on these shots and just playing like this ominous music. And it's music by the guy who did the music for Last of Us. So it's great music. But it's like, dude, you're holding on this shot for so long for no reason because you have nothing to fill this hour with. Oh, it's so frustrating.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's not worth watching at all. 1-star review.
Damn.
It's awful. Terrible. But Haunting of Hill House, very scary. Very interesting.
Very good.
Yeah. Very good Netflix show. Very scary. Haven't finished the second episode, but first episode blew me away. Mm-hmm. And the second episode has been just as good. I'm hoping it finishes well.
It does.
And there's this special episode.
Yeah,
in there
episode
that everyone's
6.
talking about, like, how did they make this episode? They would have had to put so much effort into this thing. And it's like, I wonder what they did. And it's probably going to be not as cool as I think it was. It's like same thing with Westworld last year. When everyone's like, you got to watch this Westworld episode. And I was like, okay, I did. It was okay. Clearly, I don't like when things are talked up.
Nope.
But yeah, it's so it's very. I can see why Stephen King is attracted to it because it's kind of it-y.
Yeah.
Where you get like younger and then older. You know, there's
A lot of
flash forwards
flashbacks
and
and-
flashbacks.
yeah.
Okay.
And it took me actually longer, I think, than most people to realize that's what it was. Because I didn't realize that these little kids were these people older until like 3/4 of the way through the first episode. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, they show like
I'm like, why are they
Hill
telling
House
this
then.
story?
This person now, then now, then now.
It's fucking terrifying, though. It's a very scary show. It's very scary. But haven't finished it, and already would highly recommend it. Based
After
on the first
1.5
episode.
episodes.
Yeah,
It's really good.
Very well done.
Now I'm intrigued to see when you get to episode 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go in with cooler expectations and not. I can't. I'm gonna expect it to blow me away.
Yeah.
I say that. I'm not. I can't do it. Everyone already told me it's great. I can't not go in like that. But yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah. It's artfully crafted. It's very good. Very, very good. Based on a book. Kind of want to read it. Didn't know about it. It's from the 60s. 67, I think. Seems great.
So what's it called?
The Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House.
Which, when I first heard the title, I'm like, oh my god, this is a some stupid spin-off from the... Because isn't there a house on the
hill?
Yeah, house
that's
on,
what
I'm
I was
like,
thinking.
I'm like, oh god, this sounds terrible. And then somebody was like, oh, I'm really excited for it because it's based on this really book that I really like. And I'm like, oh, really? What is that? And then it just got rave reviews on the internet. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then Stephen King was like, this show's fucking brilliant. And I was like, what? Not that he's the end-all be-all for television shows, because all of his are terrible, but...
All of his TV movies.
Yeah.
I like The Stand. It was okay.
Tommy Knockers.
It doesn't stand up.
No,
very
I didn't
well.
like that. Or The Langoliers either.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it.
No.
I like Tim Curry.
That's why you watch it, is the over-the-topness of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't watch it for the Stephen Kingness.
It was weird, though, because when I saw it, I was a kid, obviously, and I just saw Clue for the first time that Tim Curry was in. And I was like, oh, I'm really getting into Tim Curry. Like, I like Tim Curry a lot. Then it's like, he was the clown that I watched, and it was like, man. It was, but I liked it. I still thought it was good when I saw it as a kid.
A lot
it
of
was
people
good.
liked it as a kid, yeah. I think it was fairly popular.
Just
It
like
scared
when
a
I
lot of people.
saw Stand By Me as a kid. I thought that was fucking good.
Damn. Stand By Me stuck with me so hard.
The pie eating contest.
Yeah, exactly.
Always stuck with me.
The leeches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God damn it.
The leeches on his dick.
Forgot about that.
Put a dick in it.
Making Murderer Season 2, put a dick in it.
Oh, God. Put a huge dick in that.
Wes, you
gross.
should definitely watch it.
Not making a murder.
God, I want to spoil it, though, for you.
No, don't spoil it.
It's so good.
No.
I would if you had seen the end of season 2, or episode 2.
Here's how my mind works. The dad, okay, so we've got Hill House then.
Yeah.
That's how they set it up. Kid's having a nightmare. Older brother goes into the room and is like, hey, what's wrong? Oh,
little
I'm
girl?
scared. Yeah, I see this bent neck woman.
Yeah.
I see this lady with a bent neck. And then dad walks in, okay? And I'm like, oh, shit, that's the kid from E.T. Okay? I haven't seen this. I hate the movie E.T. because it fucking terrified me when I was a kid. So, and I've only seen that kid as Elliot.
Yeah.
This dad walks in the room, I'm like, oh, that's that kid all grown up. And Becca's like, what? How do you know that? And I Google it. I'm like, yeah, that's him. It looks just like him. His face has not changed. He looks like Elliot from God, but just he looks like Elliot, but on a grown man. It's very weird. But he does a good job. I think he's a pretty competent actor. He does a great job.
Then old,
And then there's old him, played
which
by
is
someone else.
Timothy Hutton.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, so it cuts back between them living at Hill House. One of the kids grew up to write a fictional book about Hill House, and he's now like an author, you know. But his family's kind of like, what the fuck, man? That's
Yeah.
like what actually happened. Like, why are you writing about it and making money off of it? Their mom died and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and
Supposedly they never the writer of the book never really saw anything.
yeah, he's
So
just
that's why
using the
he's like,
stories
yeah.
and stuff, and so some of his family doesn't like it, and then so yeah,
And then
it's
his
like,
sister's all fucked up now.
here's what happened at Hill House, kind of like flashbacks, and then them living through stuff now, and some creepy stuff is happening. It's
Yeah.
very scary.
It's like the stuff that happened when they were kids is now starting to resurface again in sporadic
like It.
episodes,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like it's like we're older, but it's back. We got to
Yeah.
do something or whatever. But the one tip that I'll give you is look in the background. There's a lot of creepy shit in the background that you don't notice unless you have an eagle eye.
Ever since that movie we watched, was it Hereditary? No. Which one was the mom crawling in the shadow?
Hereditary.
That was Hereditary, okay. Ever since that, I've been more cognizant of background in scary movies. Because I miss that. But man, yeah. I turned all the lights on in the apartment when I watched it. Especially after the first episode. I was like, damn.
I put it on hold. I was watching it first. I got through first episode, and then Making a Murderer came out. And so I was like, okay, I gotta watch Making a Murder.
Yeah, you'd have been probably done with Hill House.
Exactly. I had to choose. Like, what am I going to watch? That or
You chose poorly.
You chose poorly.
Yeah, I did. I was duped.
I kind of wish I was off tomorrow so I could finish it.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything else? Movie-ish wise?
No, TV.
Did you ever watch Unsafe? Or I'm sorry, Unsane?
Yeah.
You did watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think about it? Because we both thought it was like a movie for you. Mm-hmm. Was it? Like, did you enjoy it? You didn't like it?
No, I thought it was weird. I thought it was sloppy, I guess is the only way I would describe it. Not bad.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. I don't know. So it got a bunch of media attention for being on the iPhone and all that stuff.
Yep.
And Soderbergh, the director or whatever, he's
Big name.
pretty big, yeah. And but honestly, I don't
big
like
actress,
his
too.
movies. I really don't. But it was sloppy. That's the best thing I can say.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It brought entertainment value to. I didn't fall asleep on it. It kept me through it. You know what I mean? Because if I'm watching it at home, I'm laying on the couch and it's boring, I'm gonna fall asleep. But it kept my interest through it.
High standards, this guy.
No.
Claire Foy, I thought, did a pretty good job. Jay Farrow didn't do that bad either for being an SNL guy. They definitely gave the killer like a weird, like a very 80s, like we were talking about, Ted Bundy serial killer looking vibe with the full beard and everything and all creepy and shit. And
Yeah.
they did a good job with that. But I thought it was pretty good. It's
What you got?
I'm just looking up what other movies he directed.
it's free on Prime Video. It's probably worth a watch if you're bored and it's free. You know,
Yeah. He's done some big films.
Soderbergh. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no idea what they are though.
The Ocean series.
Oh, did he?
Aaron
Oh, shit.
Brockovich. Solaris.
Aaron Brockovich. Wow,
The Good German.
he's a Sandra Bullock fan.
The Informant. Contagion. Magic Mike.
Also, Unsane had that weird Matt Damon cameo. Do you remember that? He's like the security guy in it for like 5 or 10 minutes. That was super weird. He's like uncredited in the movie. It's just like he was in town that day or something. Like he did the
just
Ocean.
wanders
He did the Oceans movie, so he's friends with Soderbergh, and Soderbergh goes, "Hey man, will you do this for free for me?"
I need star power, but we're not
No,
going to put
I
your
think
name
Matt
on.
Damon just wanders around downtown LA and is like, "Hey, you guys doing anything today? You guys want to hang out?"
Is that how he got the Deadpool?
Yeah. He's just wandering around. It's like there's someone shooting a film, and he's like, "Oh, let him in. It's Matt Damon."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing over here? You want to be in this?"
It's like when Ben Affleck smuggled him in the fat suit onto the Jimmy Kimmel show. Oh man. Yeah, that's the only movie I watched.
What was Always Sunny about?
Oh, it was good.
Yes. This is one that got talked up that actually met my expectations.
Oh.
So here's the thing. They tweeted out they're doing a clip show. Where this week's is a clip show, which is always annoying. When you have no ideas, you just make an episode where you just show a bunch of stuff from previous seasons.
Yep.
Okay. So they tweet out, "We're doing a clip show." And I'm like, fuck, that sucks. And then someone, Rob McElhenney, retweeted someone that was a comment that they made to him, which is like, "Oh, you're doing a clip show. Great. Now I have no reason to watch the show anymore. You guys are getting real lazy, blah, blah, blah." And then commented back on that and was like, "Okay, I just watched it. I'm very sorry for my comments. That was amazing." And I was like, "Okay, all right, let's see what happens." So they got the new iPhone and they're all sitting around the bar and they're like, "Update? There's an update." And they're like, "Oh, fuck. All right, well, it's going to be about half an hour before our phones update." It's like, "What do you guys want to do?" And it's like, "I don't know. you guys want to like reminisce about the good old days? I was like, yeah, sure. And so they do a couple, remember that time when Frank got out of the couch and he was all naked? And he's like, oh, yeah, that was hilarious. And then they show Frank getting out of the couch and stuff. And it's
So they actually do some clip show stuff.
they do a little clip show stuff.
But
then Dennis goes, okay, you guys, we want to be really careful about this because they start going like, oh, I wish I would have done this or I wish I would have done that. And they're like, he's like, you got to be really careful because if you think too hard about it, you'll change our reality. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then they start talking about more memories or whatnot. They end up they're like, hey, you remember that the contest? Remember the contest we had? And they're like, oh, I remember that. And then they're in Seinfeld.
Oh, really?
Mac and Dennis are both playing Jerry. Frank is playing George, and they're both. It's the scene from the contest where they're looking out the window at the naked lady, and D is Elaine,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, so I got this new promotion. You have an update."
Yep.
That's hilarious. She's like, "Yeah, I got this new promotion at my job or whatever," and they're like, "Uh-huh, all right." And they're like, "What are you looking at?" She's like, "There's a naked lady across the street." And she's like, "Oh, yeah. Well, I also I got they're gonna send me to Mars. I'm a dude." And they're like, "All right, have fun." And it's that whole scene, and then Charlie plays Kramer, and he comes in there and he goes, "I'm out," and he puts the money down, and he's doing the whole thing, and it's the whole scene, okay? And then they go back, and they're like, "You guys, Dennis is like, that was not our memory." He's like, "Yeah, it was. Yeah, we had a contest." And it's like, "Oh, really? When did we live in New York City?" They're like, "When was that? Like the 90s, mid 90s?" They're like, "Oh, really? When we were in high school? That makes sense." They're like, and then who are the people laughing? Like, because they have a laugh track.
Yeah.
And Frank's like, "The fans." It's like, "Oh yeah, the fans. Of course, yeah. Because we have fans that laugh at all our jokes, right? That makes sense. You guys, you're remembering an episode of Seinfeld." And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that was a great episode." And then they start altering reality where like someone else is remembering stuff, and so like they're trying to figure out who's remembering what. So they're like, "Oh, I remember this," and then they're in the bar, and then they're like, "Wait, Frank, why do you have hair?" And he's like, "Oh, I've always had hair." He's like, "No, you haven't." And he's like, "And why are your legs super long?" And it's like has these comically large legs coming out, and he's like, "I don't know, I've always been this tall. I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like, "We're in your memories. Get out of your memories." And then they go back, and it's like this weird like mind fuck kind of thing. And
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's it's way more.
I really want to see that now.
It's very funny.
Damn.
There's a couple clips of older episodes, but it's entirely more than that. It's a completely original episode. Yeah. So it was really good.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And then South Park.
What
I'll let you take the lead on
envelope
that.
push today?
Honestly, not quite as bad as the other episodes. This is a tiny bit tamer. No hashtag cancel South Park at the end.
Yeah.
So it starts with the Marsh family driving, and Randy is just fed up with everything. Because Shelly gets sent home from school because she has a vape pen.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, she showed a picture of her butthole to the hall monitor to get him to let her vape, but instead it's a picture of some animal's butthole.
Yeah. It's like a deer or something.
Yeah. So Randy's like, screw it. We're not living in the city anymore. So they move out to a farm. They get a nice farm, start growing a great crop. They grow weed.
Oh, God.
Integrity Farms. And like he's making hemp everything. He's drinking hemp milk. And Stan hates it. Everyone in the family hates it because they actually don't say why they hate it. They just say it sucks. And then a guy from one of the vape places comes in and says, we like what you do. We want to buy your product. And Randy thinks he's about to make a payday until he sees the little vape pen. He's like, "Oh, never mind." He's like, why not? "Oh, just go back to your car with your little pussy stick."
Oh, my God.
It's basically an entire episode of anti-vaping.
Jesus.
Cartman and Butters are selling vape juice to kindergartners. Because it's hard to be a kindergartner. Sometimes they need a break.
Wow.
Yeah, this definitely didn't push the envelope like any of the other episodes did. They blow up a vape place.
Yeah, it was,
big
it was
vape.
basically just poking fun at a very small, non-offensive minority.
Yeah, because they went full bore on every other episode, taking
Yeah.
one little tame.
Yeah.
Although I think of this whole thing, what this actually is a giant commercial for their own weed, Integrity Farms brand weed.
That's funny.
Guaranteed.
It's all right, yeah. It was a pretty good episode.
It was funny. The Towley stuff was great. Towley comes back as
really?
a state marijuana inspector.
Because in Fractured Butthole, he worked at the weed store, didn't he? Tally?
He worked at the weed store. He was
like a mini boss.
he was a boss that you had to like burn all the weed at.
Yeah, yeah.
And he also he was the help guide that you had on.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
you pre-ordered it and got the little DLC code, you could put it in, and he would just talk at you randomly for tips, and he got annoying. But so you had to, but they didn't patch in to turn it off until later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no talk of PC principal and PC babies.
Strong Woman, is that what her name is?
Strong woman, yes, vice principal, strong woman. So the two plots are Randy trying to get his farm started, then stopping Big Vape, and Kyle trying to stop Cartman and Butters from selling to kindergartners because his little brother smokes because it's fruity mist. Is what it says.
Fruity mist.
That's how they describe vape pens.
Yeah.
It ends with Randy blowing up a vape place by lighting a joint and throwing it in while the pressure tanks are going off.
Yeah.
But yeah, this they've calmed down. Something either happened at Comedy Central for them to calm down, or they're building up to another big episode.
I think they just think vaping is dumb, and they were
Or
at
they
the
think
writers'
vaping is
room, and they
dumb.
were just like, let's make fun of them this week.
Yeah.
I think they just find whatever they think is funny and just go with
Either
it.
funny or
I don't think they care whether it's offensive or not.
And they're still producing it like week by week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're probably working on an episode right now.
Yeah.
I honestly
gonna be
don't
about
think they're like
Trump saying he's a nationalist now.
we need to make this one offensive. I think it just someone gets an idea and they're like, that's really funny, let's do that.
I can agree with that with most episodes, except for the first episode this season with the school shootings and Sharon taking hyper offense to it and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think they specifically went out and were like, we need to make episode 1 extremely offensive. Someone probably was just like, let's do something with school shootings.
Yeah.
And then it snowballed into like, okay, that's actually really funny. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they set out to be offensive. And when it's not offensive, I don't think they're like, I don't know, this isn't offensive enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good episode though. Really funny.
Because you could say the same thing about this Always Sunny episode. Is it's like doesn't offend anyone. It's not about gender bathrooms. It's not about whatever.
That is interesting. Both shows kind of went a little more tame.
Yeah, very interesting. And he had an update during the
That was just
Just now
perfect timing.
that was crazy.
I can't get my phone off the developer thing. It's
Oh, shit.
updating all the beta at once.
I think one of the funniest jokes at the end is Randy's fighting all these vape guys who, this big burly guy walks up. Do you think I'm a pussy? Yep. And then he goes up to the head of the company who starts beating his ass. And he's like, "Don't you remember? Always bring a towel," because he's wearing towel on the back.
God, that Tally reminds me of the Big Mouth. I can't. Those episodes with the fucking pillow are so goddamn funny. He pulls. What's that? Hey, baby.
Yeah, because
Oh my
episode
God.
1 he does it with the hotel ones. Yeah.
And then episode 2, he's got the pillow also, right before he goes back. Oh God, with a creepy pillow, I could watch. I could watch from over here in the corner.
It's so weird.
Oh God. And then I saw the creepy hormone monster, the one that's all beat up and everything, and he fucking tries to kill him. Hey man, fuck you, but you're cool, man. I want to get to the episode with the shame wizard. Was that one good? Was that funny at all?
He's in a lot of them.
Is he? Okay. Shame wizard. Oh man, is that it for shows and stuff? Yeah. So, did you watch The Hidden?
I did.
Did you watch it? Why?
I don't have any money.
I'll just give you my Prime login. It's good for 46 hours.
Tell me about it.
What'd you think for this horror movie that we
Yeah.
were supposed to watch?
First off, not a horror film.
Yeah.
Sci-fi at best.
Big time sci-fi.
Not bad, though. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yep. Better than Pink Cadillac.
Better than Pink Cadillac.
Not as good as Prince of Darkness. Kind of in the middle for me for that like old type of movie. But yeah, it was just you have a very creepy Kyle MacLachlan in it, who's very like monotone most of the time and doesn't show any type of emotion or anything. And then the cop, I forgot his name. The main cop, who's like a decent movie star now. He's like the best detective, and like all these normal people that lead normal lives all of a sudden go out and start stealing cars and killing people. And it starts off with this one guy who does exactly that, steals a Ferrari. They're all like, he likes Ferraris. This is his MO. Blah blah blah. He kills anybody that gets in his way of stealing a Ferrari.
He takes what he wants.
Right.
If he likes
takes
it,
what
he wants it.
Yeah. So then there's like a high-speed chase in the Ferrari. Cop recognizes on the roads. That's what starts the chase. And then eventually he like, they corner him. They blow the shit out of the car and everything. It crashes. He gets out of the car kind of fine. They shoot him a bunch of times. And then the car explodes. Right?
Yeah, it's when the main detective, Beck,
Yeah.
he grabs a shotgun,
Yeah.
aims at this dude,
Yeah.
and then the car explodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this one guy gets shot like a bunch of times with shotguns, crash, walks out, like is not dying like he should have been. Goes to the hospital, and that's when Kyle MacLachlan's character shows up at the police station.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
Which is the guy from the very beginning. It's like, yeah, he's in the hospital right now. What hospital? And like just immediately goes. Like no one knows why this guy just came in, asked this question, and left. Besides the fact he said he's from the FBI.
He's Mr. Glass. That guy's unbreakable.
No. Wrong movie. And then you see in the hospital, the dude who was shot is sitting next to this old guy who needs like a triple bypass surgery or something. The first dude who got shot gets up, rips out all his tubes and stuff, stands over the dude, and this alien comes out of his mouth and goes into the other dude so he can get up and walk around. So he gets up and leaves. Goes to a music store, starts stealing cassette tapes.
The radio. Steals the
radio
boombox.
after he beats the guy to death.
Yeah.
Likes a lot of rock and metal from like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, even in the Ferrari, he like cranks the music and
Yeah, so
hauls ass.
he wants a Ferrari. So he sees this Ferrari, he sees someone driving it, he starts running after it, he sees where it turns in, goes in, says, I want this car. After one guy's already buying it. It's like, okay, I'll come out and help you in a second. This guy's buying this one.
This scene was really funny for me, being in car sales, because it's the sleazy car dealer that's got cocaine on his desk.
Yeah, he has this little Ferrari on his desk that the trunk opens for cocaine.
Opens.
So the guy who's buying the Ferrari is
like
doing coke.
doing lines.
So he walks in after he shoots the security bouncer.
Yeah.
Bouncer at a car lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
says,
the car lot has a bouncer.
I want the keys to the car. It's like, oh, okay, here are the keys. And the dude who is buying the car is like, dude, I signed the paper. Well, had a gun on him, and the car dealer's like, give him the keys. Oh, okay. Shoots both of them.
Yep.
Then Kyle MacLachlan's character and the other detective are now starting to work together.
Yeah.
Reluctant relationship, FBI coming in, but like, dude, we put 15 bullets into this dude and he walked away. So,
He's the Terminator.
he is the Terminator. And Kyle MacLachlan knows what's going on, but doesn't tell Peck. And Peck's like, wait, so these guys are in this together? Yes. They are doing this. Very deliberate in what he's saying to not give up anything. Dude, the second dude's been infected. Apparently, like, the parasite's rejecting him or something.
Well, his heart's failing, remember?
That's right. His heart's
Yeah.
failing, so the parasite's like, hey, I need a new body now. You
So
see,
it's the symbiote.
Pretty much.
not quite as cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he sees the chick at the club.
Yep. So then he goes to a strip club.
Right, because so the guy's Ferrari that he stole, the cocaine guy, had like business cards to like his import place that was all drugs and stuff. And then,
Arms,
yeah, that's right. Arms, and then the strip club, name of the strip club. So he goes to both those places, gets a whole bunch of guns from the guy's warehouse, and then drives over to the strip club, and then sees the chick. That's the voice I was telling you about that's in Skyrim.
Yeah, she's
Does a lot of voices, like 4 or 5 voices in Skyrim. And so he goes there, and he's like, I want her. And he like follows her into the back, and then basically knocks her unconscious, and then switches bodies. So then the old guy's dead in the stripper thing, and then she just walks out with a bag of guns, and no one says anything.
walking towards the Ferrari.
Yeah, walking towards the Ferrari.
But-
The cops are like, "Hey, get away from there!" Then there's the the
Scumbag
fucking
in the Lambo
yeah,
jacket.
the
It's like-
Lambo jacket.
Like, hey, you like cool cars? I got a cool car back here. Let me show you. He gets fucked to death.
Yeah,
So far, this sounds like Terminator mixed with RoboCop mixed with Venom.
I would say mixed with Species.
yeah. I was gonna say a little species in there.
It is. They chase the stripper, and then you see Kyle MacLachlan pull out this weird metal pointy
Alien
thing.
gun.
Alien gun.
Mm-hmm.
So now if
The
you
noisy cricket from Men in Black.
So human partner gets like knocked off the building kind of, and he's like hanging there, and he's watching all this happen. He's watching Kyle MacLachlan shoot the girl like a million times, and nothing's happening, right? And then the girl's like, in the alien voice, comes out a little bit, and it's like, "You're not gonna catch me. I'll kill you before you catch me." And then turns around and jumps through a sign, down, and plummets to her death on the street. And then they're trying to get down there real quick because Kyle MacLachlan knows that it might transfer bodies again, right? So he goes down there. He doesn't get there in time because the sergeant or the chief, the police chief shows Lieutenant shows up with his dog, and it transfers into the dog.
Turner
real
and
quick.
Hooch.
Yeah. Minus Belushi. Or was that Tom Hanks?
Hanks.
Which one was the K9? That's the Belushi one.
Yep, Canine Gal.
Yeah. So then the
Blues Brothers.
no.
2000 with John.
So
Goodman.
then MacLachlan gets down there.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Negative. So Kyle MacLachlan gets down there and realizes that the alien's not in the body anymore. And he's like, "What the fuck? Who was here? Who touched it? Whatever." And so they couldn't figure it out. And then he stops and like you see the dog looking at him. The dog's like growling because it's the alien. And then Beck's like, "You need to fucking tell me what's going on." And he's like,
I'm a loser, baby.
he still won't tell him. So he's like, "All right, arrest him." So they arrested him and threw him in jail.
The alien?
Yeah. No, they arrested MacLachlan. And it wasn't until... How did they find out that it was real? Because the lieutenant comes back? Is that when he finally realizes it's real?
The whole alien thing.
Yeah.
Well, he started to have an inkling with the fact like this person jumped out of like.
But he goes and talks to him, remember?
He
He
tries
like
talking to him
interrogates him. He tells him the truth. And he's like, "Okay, well, I guess we'll try this again later."
Well, he doesn't quite tell him all the truth. He's like he keeps saying like an explanation won't do anything, or you won't believe it, or oh, no, it won't matter. Me explaining won't matter. It's like
Yeah.
Okay, stay in jail. And then the lieutenant shows up, goes into the evidence locker, steals like a grenade, a rocket launcher, shotgun to kill Kyle MacLachlan's character. And at this point during the firefight is when you find out that Kyle MacLachlan is an alien too. He's alien cop because his alien wife, alien daughter, and alien partner all died because of this alien.
Yeah. So he's been tracking him for 9 years, I think he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The evil alien's whole goal is to take over the senator who's trying to become president.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be
To
president.
ultimately take over the world. The planet.
The planet.
I want the planet. Mm-hmm. He's like, "We could do good things here. We could kill all these weak humans."
It ends with Beck getting shot and about to die.
Yep.
And Kyle
He was my
MacLachlan...
favorite.
Kyle MacLachlan's alien character deciding to keep him alive.
So
he
the alien's in Beck,
Yep.
and that's why there's a sequel.
Oh, I didn't know there was a sequel. That's why the daughter...
You knew there was a sequel. You said it last week on the show. Because you were like, oh, what if next week we get the sequel?
Oh. I don't know if I can remember. There's a scene earlier where Beck's daughter looks at Kyle MacLachlan, like doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, knows that he's an alien. Or knows that something's wrong.
And then he's like, your little girl is special.
Yep. And then so when he's trying to hold her hand in the hospital bed, she's very apprehensive. She's like...
But then she does it.
Yep.
At the end anyway.
Was okay film.
Tis an okay film.
Tis an okay film. That's still not the best thing we've watched. Nowhere near the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
Just 90s action sci-fi film.
Yeah. Some of it was cheesy.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Man.
Ferraris and cocaine.
It was super funny, that whole scene. Because they
the
pull
dick out
up
of
in the
it.
Ferrari, like the salesman and the guy try to buy it, and he's like, you really like this car, huh?
It's like, yeah, what'd you think?
And he's like,
Yeah.
he said that one cheesy line that's like, it's not, oh God, what did he say? Wes, do you remember? It's not something, it's how it makes you feel. Like
It's not how much it costs, it's how it makes you feel.
Right.
Because the dude buying it has to choose if he wants to sell his Mercedes.
He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I should just buy this car, if I should just keep my Mercedes.
well, he's like, should I sell my Mercedes and pick this up or just buy both?
Yeah. Oh, God, it was funny. Well, I don't have a pen to write on there, so.
You have notes on your phone?
Oh, I guess we'll do random number generator again.
Sure. So this flashback's going to be a little different, right?
Yeah. So, absolutely. To keep in the theme with Halloween, the next week when this podcast will be aired, and we'll talk about it, is no fucking movies came out on any of the years that were horror movies. Or even close to. So, I figured we'd just go around and get everyone's favorite all-time scary movie, put it in a hat, and draw a winner. And that's the one we'll watch. So, let's see. Wes, what is yours called again?
The Audition from 1999.
The Audition.
Yep. Japanese horror film. More suspense thriller than like slasher flick, but still really good.
Okay.
Really intense in the second half.
Interesting. Yours was, you going with The Shining?
Yeah. That'll work.
Shining. Mine is, as you guys know, Pet Sematary.
New movie coming out. We should
I
talk about
know.
that.
With John Lithgow?
I'm
the old guy?
excited.
Is it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is he in it again?
Looks real
Yeah.
good.
Oh shit.
He's like the old dude who probably says, "Hey, you shouldn't do this."
We're in the middle of a King Renaissance. Stephen King Renaissance.
Until one fails. One has to fail and the Renaissance will end.
Agreed.
A lot of people are saying that this is like super dark, like way darker than the original.
Dude, I'm telling you, the last page of Pet Sematary is the scariest page Stephen King has ever written.
Really?
Yeah. Telling you.
Maybe one day I'll read the book.
Shit, it's not that was.
Okay.
Is it more of a short story?
No, it's a novel,
Okay.
but it's not like a fucking Stand or It.
So do you think we'll get like is that if we're in this Renaissance, will we get like a maximum velocity? Or
No, I don't think so. I don't think
No?
so.
No
I don't think
Tommy
anyone's gonna go
Knockers
for Christine or maybe Cujo if Pet Sematary does really well to keep on the animal thing, but I don't know.
Cujo was fucking terrifying too when I was a kid. So as we know, Becca's is Donnie Darko, and Katie's is the
Well,
butter.
might as well get Donnie's too then.
Okay. Do you know what Donnie's is? The butterfly effect. Little shop of horrors, little shop.
That's the scariest movie I've ever seen. I wanted to kill myself.
I watched a little bit of our Harry Potter episode, and the Harry Potter music playing in the background was super cool.
Thanks, John Williams.
Why don't we have background music all the time, Aaron?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
See, one thing we're coming up on this time of year is I can just binge watch all the Treehouse of Horror episodes,
Nice.
including the shitting.
So if you had to guess, what do you think she's going to say?
You should know. Wes.
I don't actually know. I'm trying to think of like more ghost stories because she likes like ghost stories and that kind of stuff.
Did you ever watch Ghost Story? They came out last year.
No.
With Affleck's brother, Casey.
No.
It's interesting. You might have to call her. We need an answer.
We should get Derek's too. Should text Derek.
Fucking call Derek right now.
He calls us all the time. Call him
Yeah.
live on the show. And you're back. You're on live.
Oh, jeez.
What do you think Derek will say?
I don't know. Shawshank.
Unfriended. Shawshank.
It's a scary movie. He'll make an argument for it. Hey, you're on the podcast.
Hey, podcast.
What's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie?
Of
Yeah.
all time.
Oh, jeez.
Shawshank.
Yes, it's about as scary as it can get. I don't actually watch a whole lot of scary movies.
You don't watch anything in Halloween? Like your a go-to Halloween movie?
God, go-to Halloween movie? Really? I mean, no, I mean...
Okay.
That was good timing.
I don't really watch a whole lot. I mean...
Well, we still need an answer.
Arguably, it could be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Ish, or for whatever reason, when I was a kid, my mom every October would watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay. Neither of those are scary movies.
With Halloween.
There's gotta be just pick. Okay, then just pick a scary movie.
It.
The original.
No, the original was really corny.
So the new one.
I'll give the new one the credit that it deserves and say that it is scary.
Okay. All right. That's all.
That's all.
All right.
Goodbye.
Glad I could help. Bye.
It came out 2017 or did it come out
She's not gonna get
2018?
on speaker.
It came out in 2017,
She's
right?
sleeping?
Last year?
I don't think so. Not yet.
It is last year, I think.
Is she balls deep in Overwatch or something?
No. Phone volume might be off though. I do the same thing.
Yeah, we know. You never
Hi.
answer.
Hey, what's your favorite horror film?
Speaker.
Speaker.
What's
Oh no.
do you
I watch horror movies. I don't know.
You're on speakerphone, so
We need input.
I don't watch horror movies.
Why are both the people that we called don't know? That's so funny.
Probably Saw 1.
There you go. All
Okay.
right. Good
That's
answer.
good.
Hey, you gave a better answer than Derek.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I watch that we watch that every Halloween too, so
Yeah, but it's not scary.
Thank you, Donnie.
thank you.
No problem.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, you didn't tell Derek I love you.
I know. All right. Good answers.
Alrighty. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Do you want to pull up a random number generator on your thing? And then we'll just keep the list like this. And then whatever number comes up, that's what we'll get.
Whatever.
The love number. The love number to come up.
Whatever the number.
Between what and what?
1 and 7.
Okay.
You should be playing the Monster Mash.
All right.
And
And 1, 2, 3. Number 6.
It. 2017 It.
Okay. We can watch it. We already reviewed it though.
You did already review
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Pick a new one.
All right. So taking 6 out of the equation. 4.
That would be Donnie Darko.
Cool. Love Donnie Darko.
I haven't seen it in a while, so it'll be cool.
So funny enough, that is actually a slight scary movie for Donnie, specifically when the rabbit goes, "Wake up, Donnie." She loved the movie, just that part was kind of...
Yeah. I would call it unsettling at least. I'm not sure. I mean, I could see an argument for it not being scary, but...
What was the sequel called?
Incredibly...
Donnie Darko 2.
no, it's called S. Darko.
Oh, S. Darko.
S.
yeah.
Darko, that's right.
Which they tried to make a big budget but cult feeling film, and they failed everywhere.
Yeah.
I just remember it being weird. Like, not entertaining, but just weird. Because I saw it a long, long time ago, and I only watched it one time.
That is definitely a movie you need to watch more than once.
Yeah.
The first one, I don't think anyone should watch the second one.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty funny, too. Seth Rogen's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember hardly.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's one of the kids that waits at the bus stop with them, with the Chinese girl, remember? She's like, "Shut up!" And they make fun of her. You don't remember that?
That's not Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep.
Awesome.
It's really funny. I mean, it's super racist, but
Yeah.
when they make fun of her, it's very funny.
Sweet.
And plus, we gotta watch the director's cut, if I can make a request.
Okay.
For that.
I'm pretty sure I own the director's cuts.
Because he uses different music in the intro, and then I think it's a little bit longer in the end.
I stand corrected. He plays Ricky Danforth.
Yeah, it's one of the kids at the bus stop. It's like one of his first movie roles after
Can we-
Freaks and Geeks.
Can we watch the director's cut, like, on Netflix or something, or Prime, or...
I find it hard to believe Donnie Darko wouldn't be anywhere. I have this new app called Where to Watch It or something.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
It's called Just Watch. It's a streaming search engine. So I'm going to type Donnie Darko. 2001 that was, huh? So it's on Prime Video
Nice.
for free.
The directors?
I don't know. Maybe. No. That's okay. Jenna Malone. Dude, I had a big crush on Jenna Malone. Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that
Is it
the
that one?
theme song of this is Mad World. One of the covers of Mad World. Or,
Yeah, and then they used it for Gears of War.
Yep.
There's also a scene in there that I was very confused about for a long time because the rabbit asks Donnie if he's ever seen a portal, but it's in the bunny voice. So I always thought he said, "Have you ever seen a porno?" And I was like, why did he ask him that for the longest time?
I just love that movie. Like, a lot of subtle stuff.
It's ingenious. I think it's a brilliant.
But it is one of those films that was like this close to just being straight to DVD and forgotten.
Yeah.
Like, they pushed for that limited theatrical release and made some people's careers.
Yeah.
One of your neighbors'
Dolphinately.
Wi-Fi name is Squatty Potty.
Yeah.
So you gotta make your Wi-Fi name.
That's awesome.
You have to make your Wi-Fi name Uncle Touchy's Puzzle Basement.
Ooh.
That's so funny. I love it.
Where'd you get that from?
Internet. Or if you want the Wi-Fi password, scream fuck really loud.
Donnie Darko.
Super funny. Cool. All right, well, that is going to be it for this episode of Bloodshots. If you guys want to follow along and leave some comments about Donnie Darko, leave us your thoughts and everything. We'll review that movie next week. And also, any other comments you can...
Did we read your comments?
Did he have comments?
Didn't
I
we?
thought you did in the beginning.
Yeah,
You
your
were-
mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that?
And also, it was on some review. We said something funny.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
we did. We did. All right. And I read yours. Okay, good.
Yep. So if you comment below...
You can read it on the or we'll read it on the show. If I comment below, you can read it on the show.
Maybe if you leave us your phone number, we'll call you like we called Derek in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah. We'll give you a call.
I don't think we have anything else.
Yeah, well, you're doing the outro.
Yeah, I know, but I lost like where I was. I really
You're just like in the middle of the intro and you're like, huh, where am I? That was the most
totally-
weird. That was so weird.
I totally lost where I was.
Yeah.
If you guys
and
like what you
Force
see, head on
Closed.
over to Patreon, help support us. Go to YouTube and like and
Have you tried
subscribe.
unplugging it, plugging
Twitter.
it back in again?
Can you let me get through this, please?
Can
That was terrible.
Please. What?
Good night. We'll see you next week.